I'm Paul Basic, and you're watching Viewer Questions, Volume 30, Episode... what number, Domo? Well, welcome back to another Viewer Questions episode. If you notice, we did kind of skip December altogether. Well, why? Well, my Dell computer decided to take a dump, and I lost about 3 weeks of viewer question emails. So decided to skip December questions altogether and move on questions we received during the month of January instead. So let's get started. Okay, so our first question comes from Mike, and Mike is asking, my friend has a 2009 Honda Fit. His owner's manual came with a black vinyl cover with a Honda logo on it. It holds all the warranty booklets, etc. Can I buy one from you for my 2007 Honda Fit? Love your podcast. Thanks, Mike. Well, Mike, I actually received this question a couple of other times from some other customers as well, and I don't have an answer. I do have some emails and some phone calls out to some people at Honda to see if we can get these and where to get them from. Hopefully I'll have an answer here within the next week or so. And if we can get them, we will have them up on the site immediately for purchase. So stay tuned. Our next email comes from Julie, and she is asking, I heard about you guys on fitfreak.net, and I'm thinking about ordering the door sill trim. I have a small dent in the door sill on the passenger side. Will this be a problem if I apply this trim over the small dent? Also, it says you cannot apply unless the ambient temperature is 60 degrees or above. It probably won't get above 60 here in Seattle until probably March or April. What happens if you install it with temps in the upper 40s or 50s? Thanks so much. Well, Julie, the door sill trim should easily cover up that small little ding you're talking about, and it shouldn't affect anything at all. But if you're going to be installing it in colder temperatures, I would say definitely wait until springtime until it gets above 60. The door sill trim has double stick 3M tape. And if you try to install it on a cold car, well, it may not adhere properly and door sill trim might be falling off very easily. So definitely wait till it warms up so you have a good adhesion, and that way you won't have a problem later on. Our next email comes from Paul, and Paul is asking, I'm looking to put the cargo cover in my '09 CR-V LX. I see in your photos that there is a shelf under the cover. Is that part of the package, or is that a separate part that has to be ordered? Thanks. Well, Paul, the shelf you're talking about is actually standard equipment on the EX model. You can add it to your LX along with some installation hardware to get it to work, and it will run about $300. We don't have it listed on the site, but you can always call us and we can easily supply you the parts you need. Okay, our next email comes from Tony, and Tony is asking, I have a 2009 Honda Fit, and the body side molding kit that you sent me did not contain the rubber roller that is specified in the instructions. Do I need to purchase that there? The auto parts store that I went to said they didn't have anything like that. Thanks in advance. Well, Tony, that rubber roller is actually not required for installation. It is recommended and is actually a Honda special tool that technicians have. You can just press it on with your hands or find something else similar to a rubber roller to help smooth it out when you apply it to the vehicle. But it's not necessary, and it does not come with the product from the manufacturer. Okay, John is asking a question that we receive a lot, and we've covered it in a couple of previous viewer questions episodes quite a while back, but I thought it was important enough to cover once again. And the question is a Honda OEM factory service manual available for the 2009 Honda Fit? If so, what is the price? Now, not just for the Honda Fit, but for all models for that matter, you can obtain service manuals, you can obtain owner's manuals, you can obtain warranty manuals, all at helminc.com. That's HELMINC.com. That is the exact same place we get the manuals from. So you can just go there direct and pick one up yourself. AC is asking a question that I've actually been asked a couple times this week, and it's regarding having the holes in the front bumper from the front license plate bracket. Some states don't require a front license plate bracket, some do, and the ones that don't, if there is one installed there and you remove it, you're going to have a couple holes left in the front bumper. So AC is asking, what can be done, or are there any solutions? The last Honda solution I can remember is back a few years for the older Civic. There was actually a snap plug that plugged into the front bumper, and it was body colored to match the vehicle. Now those plugs are probably not going to work for the newest Civic, but I think I'm going to order in one or two just to try them out and see if they can be adapted. If so, we'll have some information on an upcoming podcast, so stay tuned. This is the first time I received this question, but I thought it was a good one, so I thought I'd share it with you. And it comes from Matthew, and he is asking, I purchased my SI through Honda Financial Services. I was wondering if there was any way that if I bought rims from College Hills Honda, that I can finance them through Honda Financial with my vehicle. Thanks for your help. Now, I thought this was a great question, but unfortunately, any accessories that you buy after the fact for your vehicle cannot be added into your existing loan. Once the loan has been sent in and is finalized, you're not able to add additional accessories or equipment to that finance. Our next question comes from Milton, and Milton is asking, I just caught a podcast where you explained that the 88 to 91 CRX floor mats are gone. Do you know who the manufacturer is? How would someone get a hold of them? Well, Milton, this is actually one we tried ourselves a couple years back, and we did contact the original manufacturer to see if mats can be remade. Unfortunately, you would need it with Honda Motor Company's blessing, and they won't even give it to us. So unfortunately, you're stuck. If you look around on eBay, every now and then you can find a set of CRX mats, but they're usually pretty well shot. So your best bet is to look aftermarket. There are some aftermarket companies out there that make mats specific for the CRX, and they're not half bad, so you might want to give them a look. All right, Keith is asking a question about a Honda Fit, and it goes as follows. Purchased the Honda Fit door window visors from you guys, and they've been great. However, I noticed today, and it's probably due to the bitter winter here in New York, the driver's door visor is separating from the car a little. Any suggestions? Thanks. Now, as with most door visors, they are held on mainly with 3M double stick acrylic tape. If you're having a problem with adhesion or an older one that may be coming apart slightly, you can obtain some new tape at a local automotive store. If they don't have it in stock, normally they can order it for you, and it usually comes in different thicknesses. You're just going to want to pull the old tape off the visor, put new tape on, treat the area with alcohol where you're going to be applying it, and press it back into place, and that should fix your problem. Now, our next question comes from Meredith, and it's actually a D-PAX question, which we get plenty of. We are planning on doing another follow-up podcast on the D-PAX kit coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, Meredith is asking, I'm debating on D-PAXing as there are pros and cons to both routes. When I saw your website before, it had the spare tire kit listed as an extra. Nice to know it is now included in the price of your kits. If I don't D-PAX, I want to get a spare tire just in case. Do you have them available? I noticed a while ago your site said they were on back order. Now, normally we sell the spare tire kits with the other D-PAX wheels. Now, if we do have extras available, we will sell them separately. You can pick up the spare tire kit for $187.16 currently, and that includes the rim, the mounted tire, and the installation hardware for the back of the van. So if you need a spare tire and you already have the van D-PAXed, or just need a spare tire for security reasons, give us a call, and if we have extra available, we'll be more than happy to supply you with one. Well, that about does it for this episode. If you'd like to submit a question for our podcast, stop by collegehillshonda.com and click on the Contact Us link. And you can even send me a question on Twitter at twitter.com/Paul Pasek. And don't forget our other websites as well, DIYHonda.com and HondaFloorMats.com. And believe it or not, we have another one coming out soon as well. So watch for information coming soon. Until then, I'll see you in March, and I'll get some more podcasts rolling very soon.